Right folks, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Got these new Knox gloves that my nipper got me for my birthday. I tried them out on the S1000 the other day. Friggin' awesome. So the plan is, I think the plan is, that I am going to take you for a little ride up Strathnairn, but the first things first is, got a wallet. Have we got enough petrol? 154 miles. Yeah. Let's put the screen down a bit. So I'm recording this on the 3rd of June, and we have had the most god-awful weather in the Scottish Highlands all through May, which is unusual because normally it's pretty good. Anyway, we've hit June, hit the bank holiday, hit the what's it called, English kids half term, and it's been absolutely glorious the last few days. So I've been trying to maximise bike time, which isn't always possible, but there we go. So the beauty about living where I live is every ride starts with some off-roading on some gravel tracks, which is pretty cool. I enabled the Enduro Pro on this 2020 R1250 GS that I'm on. It's the TE spec, so it's got all the goodies on it, but there's supposed to be a plug that comes with it to get the Enduro Pro working, and dynamic mode and all that, dynamic pro and all that kind of good shit. Well, it was missing. It was supposed to be in the handbook, and I had a look online and somebody said literally all you need to do is bridge it. So that's what I did. I just got a piece of wire and bridged it, and so far, touch wood, and I've done about 1,000 miles since, it seems to be working okay. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure I've noticed a massive amount of difference, but there we go. Now, the problem with this lane this time of year is that you get all this fine stone on top of it, and I'm all right off-road, but I'm not the greatest. And although the GS with these tyres on takes it in its stead, whatever. It's not much fun on the S1000. So, where should we go? 150 miles of fuel, that gives us about 100 miles range. Having a massage tonight, believe it or not. Somebody got us it for Christmas, so I've got to be home by 5 o'clock to feed the dog, but there we go. So I'm coming out in a total rush today, so God knows whether I've got everything I need with it. One thing I noticed with this R1250 GS is that the gearbox, or the quick shifter, it really is not a fan of using the quick shifter in low revs. She likes to be on song, which is funny because you'd think it would kind of be designed for that, but it's not. The S1000RR is a delicioso. The quick shifter on that is so smooth, it is incredible. So, as is the way of the GS and BMW, I have a flashing Bluetooth light on my dash there, probably because the GoPro is running off my phone. Oh, I love a shifter. I must admit, I had a, as you know, if you followed the channel for a while, I had a KTM 790R on long-term test, and it's gone for this. And the KTM is incredible off-road, but the biggest problem with it is that the wind protection was just diabolical. Tried lots of different screens on it and just got absolutely nowhere with it. So she kind of had to go, really. But off-road, the balance with those low-slung tanks, thank you very much, was absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. And I very much enjoyed that. The biggest problem with it, if you're considering one, is cleaning the bloody things. It takes forever. I've not done what most people do, which is go through the Touratech or Wonderlic catalogue and bolt on loads of pointless accessories. I have put engine bars on it, which I'll show you later if I get around to it. The reason being is that I just, you know, a low speed drop on those cylinder heads is that's a bad day out, isn't it, really? So I stuck them on, and I've got a couple of little tank bags on the side there, and they're great for little rides like this, just for putting your wallet and bits and bobs in. So we're near Culloden Battlefield, which doesn't look like much, because actually it probably isn't much, it's just a field. The visitor centre's just over there, but if you walk, if you are up in the Highlands on the North Coast 500 route and you're spending a couple of days in Inverness, it is worth having a wander around out there. It's very, very atmospheric, which is great. Power! She's just so sure-footed. I might stop the camera until we get to a little bit more exciting scenery. Okay folks, so I thought I'd check back in. The reason being that if we're going to take the road out to Dores and Loch Ness, then actually there is probably some value in this. So we're at Tesco's Inches roundabout in Inverness. Good spot for the fuel, and we're going to go down what's known as the West Link. So top tip, if you are heading north on the A9, you get to Inverness, you need some fuel, come off at the Inches roundabout, fill up with fuel, and if you are heading out towards the A82 and Loch Ness, take the West Link round Inverness. Don't go through the centre of Inverness, you're not missing anything. You can follow this road, it's called the West Link, around the outskirts of Inverness, taking in 2 of our 6 or 7 or however many it is now Tesco's. Grab yourself a meal deal or whatever it's going to be, and then you can cross the Caledonian Canal at the new swing bridges, and then you're straight on the A82, and it means you don't have to go through the centre of Inverness. So this is the West Link, continues straight on there. We're going to go left. There's another Tesco's over there, and this is where we get to open her up a bit. As we head out towards Dores. Just a shame it's not a little bit sunnier, but there we go. Oh, delicioso! That shift cam engine is just beautiful. Filming this on a Thursday, and yeah, it'll be absolutely heaving today, but it's well worth a visit. I'm going to say something extremely controversial now. Loch Ness is worth seeing, it's impressive, but it is not the most scenic, the most picturesque, or the most impressive Scottish loch. As you head up the west coast, the scenery up there is just breathtaking. The south side of Loch Ness will probably go back via Strathnairn. It's also very impressive but it's not on the same level as the west coast north of Inverness. I hate overbanding. I remember the sports bikes of the early 2000s where your traction control and ABS and everything was your hands, and overbanding used to fill you full of horror. You certainly never opened the throttle on it, that was for sure. Not that I'm condoning looning around. So here we go, peoples. There you go, Loch Ness. Can you see it? I don't know. There is a hedge in the way. Oh, there we go. Loch Ness. Home of not a lot really, because it's too dark, it's too deep, and it's too cold. They were testing some sort of new submarine up here a little while ago. True story. A small autonomous submarine, I should hasten to add, not a nuclear submarine. But yeah, this is the eastern or northeastern end of Loch Ness. It disappears into the Caledonian Canal and the River Ness, which run alongside each other into Inverness. And we're not going to see any of it because I'm going to bear left. That's the Dores Inn just there. And we shall head uphill and across into Strathnairn and go around in a circle, I think. These are the roads. The GS is just in a class of its own. I've ridden a lot of adventure bikes over the years, from Ducati's Multistradas, both from the hideous early one, which was a beautiful thing to ride but a hideous thing to look at, through to the first generation of second generation Multistrada with the Skyhook suspension, which was incredible. Did a feature with Ride magazine on that in the Lake District. That was good fun. Right up to the latest model. And I guess pretty much like everybody says, if you're never gonna do any proper off-roading, then the old Multistrada is an incredible machine. Certainly better to look at than the GS, I think. But the tractability and the drive of the GS is just fantastic. So I guess it would kind of be rude not to, if I can, just stop on this corner ever so briefly. There we go, peoples. So as we look straight across there, that's looking across to Drumnadrocket just there, and over to the left is Urquhart Castle, right on the point, which is well worth a visit. So the A82 goes all along the edge of Loch Ness through to Fort William and then beyond onto Glencoe, and a little bit further on you can turn right up towards Skye and Carlow-Loch-Olsh and Ellandonnan Castle. We'll do another video on that route. It's a fun road, but not when there's very many tourists about. So that, people, is Loch Ness. The corner, yeah. Oh, there's another corner, yeah. Oh, oh. How dare these people come on the roads? The south side of Loch Ness, it's a little hidden gem actually. There's some good roads around here. There's some faster roads as well, but the road that goes from the A9 at Daviot through to Fort Augustus is well worth a ride. Very, very nice. Oh, bumps. It's like a go-kart track, this. It's not even a road. BMW Yow. That's Loch Duntelig. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I've only lived here for 10 years. Should we go that way, yeah? Let's go to Loch Ruthven. La la la. Oh, it is slippery. Slippery fun. I've noticed a lot of motorbike vloggers who hate, they come up here and they come on these roads and they absolutely hate them. These little tiny single track roads. I think they're incredible. I mean, you wouldn't want to spend all day on them, obviously. But what's not to like? Especially on a GS. Years ago I took my Yamaha R6 cross country on some roads like this in North Wales. What a nightmare that was. That was not an enjoyable motorbike ride. Little cliff face up there. Oh yes, delicioso corner. And another one. See what I mean? What's not to like about these roads? I mean, that would be an utter nightmare on a sports bike going down there. Hi folks, so apologies. So what happened there was the battery on the GoPro died. Anyway, we'll end this video with this shot here. So there we are, looking over Loch Ruthven on the south side of Strathnairn. Thanks for watching. I promise we'll get some more content out in the next few weeks. That's been me. Go NC500, ride safe. See you on the next one.